Alright guys, what's up? Merrick's here, and we're going to be doing some of the New Day in May Blitz. So you can see my roster here. We'll be using woods the whole way. So the fill bonus is a +1 on the move charge, and that is making him start turn 1. We're running his black move, the honor roll, to generate a bunch of random blues. So that means we're also running NXT Seth and then Hall of Fame Stinger for 1 extra blue. That with the Blitz bonus I got running here is 11 random into blues total. So that's doing quite a bit of damage, and we can start right off the bat from it. We're also getting the damage bonus from the New Day line and the Blitz perk, so he's hitting pretty good. And Woods isn't that terrible, really. Side note, unrelated to this, I think Woods is a great talent, and I would love to at some point see him get some kind of title run, like maybe IC title run, and I'd love to see Big E get a push for Universal title at some point. In general, those two crack me up. So it's not the most exciting blitz in the world. Trying to get a lot of those faction ones done for points that are now available. At the start of this blitz, there was only 3 for your whole faction, but now it's 300. So still a very hard event. You'd have to do loads and loads of blitzes to max it. I'm trying to do as many as I can. The rewards are really cool, and probably would have went to bed already if I wasn't gonna record this, so you guys are helping me grind here. I'm not sure how many of you guys know the kind of the blitz runs on a formula, how many guys you're using, their talent. So when at all possible, it's good to use one main guy and a bunch of low talent guys. It just makes the blitz a lot easier than if you had all 3, say at the 6k talent Woods is. They would be much harder opponents. So the lower guys you can put with whatever main guy you're using, the better. Yeah, these early matches, there's no thinking, no planning. You're just hitting the random move and doing enough damage to get the win right out the gate. So not a lot to talk about match-wise, and this is why I'm using Woods. So potentially alternative trainers. Everyone should have Seth NXT. He's free. Bray's free. So those are really the 2 you would want to go with. If for some reason you had Elias, it might help recycle the blue later. The black later. There's really no reason you would need Trickster Andre to recycle the blue moves, because there's so much you're putting so much blue on the board. So coach-wise, doesn't really matter too much. Sting is probably the best choice, and I'm lucky enough to have him. Got him from the faction vault. I did not pull for him. So now we're into the first match where we didn't finish someone. We should get him in danger, though, and win the match. I guess we haven't talked about the other 2 blues we're using. So one makes the greens into purples, that one you just saw there, and the other one makes some random gems into color turn. They're not running any kind of finisher with them. We're just going for damage, spamming the board with all those blues. Other possible things you can do for Blitz that can really help, it'll make it slower, but if you're having trouble winning your Blitz, or blitzes in general, or tours for that matter, Papa Shango has a trainer ability, and when you go to equip him, it'll show that it doesn't work, but it does, where he adds a bunch of hit points to your guys. So at 9k, if you get him up to 4-star bronze in 9k, he actually adds 50,000 health points, which is huge on a blitz. Even a 3-star gold only has 83k hit points, so you imagine putting that on like a 3-star bronze or any lower leveled guy, and that's a great strategy to win a lot of blitzes. So if you find yourself struggling often in blitzes, you might put that in your back pocket and think about putting some talent points into Papa Shango. He does have other tiers where he adds some, so he can help along the way, but that 9k mark is when he gets really, really good. Ideally now we'd want to start getting black matches. We don't have any, so we can either take this 4 break, or we could take the 6 down here, the 3 blue and the 3 purple. And since Seth wants purple, we'll take those from him. We were really close to finishing him there. We just needed a little bit better match, and that one would have been over right away too. Seth doing Seth things. Turns and turns and turns. I swear, the AI gets so many turns with Tough. And it's really too bad. Tough is not the superstar that he used to be. He's still okay. He just hasn't kept up with the game. I have mine at 4-star silver with no plans to take him higher right now. Straps in particular really, really hurt him. So that chewed up a lot more life than I would have liked. As long as I'm thinking of it, another tip, so say you're getting through your blitz and you get to your last match here and you're low, and you end up losing. If you did have Papa Shango at 9k like I do, if it looks like I'm going to lose, I can quit the match, change trainers, pop Papa Shango on, and go back into the match with 50,001 hit points. So it's kind of a get out of jail free card on your blitz if you were down to your last guy, or you needed a particular guy to get your bonus points on your blitz. I kind of pretty much like that animation too, the honor roll. It's a pretty cool animation, I think. I wouldn't mind seeing both Woodsy and Big E get a second character in the game. Like I said, I like them both, so. Or some better gear. Anything to make them a little bit more interesting. Because the gear they have right now is really not even worth mentioning. Let's see if I even... Purple Finisher does 750 more damage. Not that exciting. Not that pretty of a board, so we're going to try and make it so he can't get any purple. That worked out okay. And here's our black, so we can go back to our moves. Mostly with Woods, you can play pretty mindlessly until the last match or two with this setup. You're just spamming the honor roll. that will do it. I'll do another round of them. Don't have as much to say on the match itself as usual, because there's really not, like I said, most of it's just spamming that first move and running through it. If you're lucky enough to have the good Kofi, you only have to do 2 nodes for this, and you get a bunch more Bootios cereal. So there is a prize wall. A lot of the stuff is not too exciting. The Blitz tickets, you can recoup some of them. I think it's every 10 matches. You can buy 1,500 Blitz tickets with the Bootios. So you're using 5,000 tickets, get 1,500 back. If you're trying to grind a bunch of them out, that's not bad. If you could get to 500, there's that bag that has Kofi shards or his 3-star bronze. I would really like a shot at that bag. I know the odds of me getting against all odds Kofi are slim to none, but I still would like the chance at a free pull out of that. Although 500 Bootios is 100 matches, so pretty sure I'm not going to get 100 matches in 3 days, since that's also 50,000 tickets. But you never know. Also, with how good the milestones are, I think it's milestone 7 for the faction event, has a modern technician epic strap, which I don't have any of. And I just got Champa from the Showdown event. And I have him at 4-star bronze, getting really close to 4-star silver. And I would love that strap for him. So if we get close as a faction, that would be one where I would spend for some Bootios if enough people were willing to do that to get to that mark, because that's something I could really use. And so far this month I've spent very little of what I budget for the game. I really didn't need to hit that move. That was just habit and time wasting. So and going back to that, I do set a monthly budget for the game. I'm not suggesting you don't, whether you're free to play, pay to play. You can have fun no matter how you play the game. The benefit I found is when I set myself a budget, then I actually think the offers through a little bit more before just compulsively getting them. So it's helped me to not buy what I later feel like was a really stupid offer. So there is that. Some of the things I think have pretty good value in the game. I think the monthly starter pack is usually pretty good value if you want to get in on that first Blitz and really help the faction. A lot of times you get Blitz tickets with it and some extra tokens. Do I want to take the 5? Nah, I think I'm more likely to just beat him this way. I was thinking about taking the 5 match there. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, what I think might have value to spend on. I don't do mega pulls at all anymore. I have, maybe there might be 1 or 2 guys in a mega that I need, and the odds of hitting the one you need are slim to none. I mean, your featured chance might be 1.7%, and then the guys I need would be, in this one, like Kofi, and not a lot more. If Ray's in there, I would need Ray, but they weight those all the guys in the featured bucket don't have the same odds of pulling, so they're weighted differently. Like in the Hollywood Hogan case, he was weighted so low, entire factions spending loads of money didn't get anyone pulling him. The odds were so low. So when you see those odds, don't take them as gospel, because they really aren't an accurate reflection of your chance of getting a particular guy. So I don't pull on megas because my roster's big and it's a waste to me for where I'm at. Now, early on in the game, if you're starting and there's a bunch of guys in that pull that you don't have, megas still can make sense to help you get guys you need, things like that. Later on, not so much. I think the $20 HBK is potentially pretty worthwhile. You're eventually going to get through the stuff in the vaults. You will eventually get your Trickster Rock, Red MP Thief, Bleed Guy, Rhonda, really strong female striker. You got Piper in there, who's an excellent showboat if you're lacking at showboat. But on top of it, there's a bunch of props, coins, tokens that when you're starting out are really helpful. I know it helped me a lot starting out. I don't think Triple H is worth it. 50 is just too steep. I think King of Kings has really good value. Get your coins. Let me rephrase that. It's really good value if you do your weekly King of Kings tour, which is not the most exciting thing on the planet. He does get a lot better at 4-star gold. I've seen some video gameplay of him, and it's actually pretty good. Big Papa Brian just posted a video of his 4-star gold King of Kings, which is totally worth checking out because it might change your perception of him as a character in the game. The Shane O'Mac pass for your 100 cash a day and some gold is pretty solid. I like having that for tours to have cash kickouts and stuff when they're tough, if I need them to beat them. And then double cash offer is sometimes pretty good. Other than that, I will usually save, and then if there's an event like Drew, I didn't have enough of the required characters, and I had to spend to get Drew, so I used my monthly budgeted spending on the game to get Drew. This month, Champa was very similar for most people. I was only missing Gargano, so I did not have to spend to get Champa. But if I had been short, like one less guy, and needed to spend 50 or 100, I would have on Champa. But I'm also a huge Champa mark, so he's my favorite active guy. And worth is relative, so if you don't feel comfortable spending, let's say like $50 on the game in a month, don't do it. And if you do, go for it. If you feel like spending more and it doesn't hurt you financially, there's no reason not to. Ultimately, the game is entertainment, and I look at it as part of my entertainment budget, what I would budget for entertainment for myself for the month. You can have just as much fun playing free-to-play as you can spending. There's a lot of satisfaction in working to get your stuff. I know I grind a ton, I farm a ton. I'll do Tapjoy offers for free cash. Incidentally, if you don't know what those are, I don't think they work for Apple users, but Android has the Tapjoy offers where you can play other games, and if you get far enough in them, you get rewarded in-game cash in champions. So sometimes they have double cash offers and you get double the amount, And there's some pretty big ones recently. I think it was like 15,000 cash for some of the slot machine games. And you didn't have to drop money to get there. If you got a little bit lucky with the slot or you played a bunch, you could get there and end up getting yourself like 15,000 in-game cash, which was pretty crazy. A couple of my friends did it. I didn't get all the way to the final one on one of them, but I did get it, like I think maybe like 8K cash without putting any money into it. So Tapjoy is another good thing. If you don't know where to find it, when you go to the store and scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's those two ones you can click on to watch videos or to do the offers on the right. It's the one on the right. That's 21 minutes of Blitz, which if any of you are still here listening, thank you. I won't bother recording another one because, like I said, there's not a lot of tactical stuff going on. It was more just to show people a good setup for woods and an excuse to make a video, to be perfectly honest. So if you like this one, like it, share it, subscribe. I'm really enjoying making the videos, and it's fun to see the getting more subscribers and a bunch of views and stuff. Hit me up in game, in Team Slam or Discord. My Discord name is there. Always happy to talk about the game, and appreciate all of my friends and family from Victorious, my previous faction, supporting me a bunch. You guys are great, and I love you all. I know Boom Badger sharing my videos a bunch. Really appreciate that, dude. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night.